Good evening, everybody. How we all doing? So it's been a little while since I posted a video. I had a bunch of older videos that I needed to get uploaded. So that's what I was kind of doing. Um, Tonight, I know I posted a little video about this earlier on, but I kind of wanted to kind of hone on it a little bit better, probably a little bit more direct. So secrets, we all have them. But the crazy part is we hide them from the people that are the closest to us, people that we marry, our families, and the people that depend on us. My question to you is, why would you do that? Right? Even though there might be past events or situations or whatever. But the point is, you're keeping secrets. Imagine what will happen if you reveal this stuff to your significant other, for instance. Yes, it will cause an uproar. Yes, you'll probably get a little mad at you, or he will. But if you take the time to reveal this stuff, think of it as a getting to know each other better. Think of it as a sitting down and relinquishing and clearing the air with each other and sharing with each other, right? Because that's the key when you're with somebody is getting to know them on levels that you won't normally know anybody else besides your partner. That's why you're with them, right? Because you want to get to know them and you want to be with them. Your family's, I mean, obviously the secret thing is a little bit different. I mean, obviously, it's one of them things, right? It's either kind of you tell them or you don't, but they have a way of finding out. So it's a matter of just don't keep secrets, right? They're not needed, they're not wanted, and you really shut down doors. You really shut doors to communication, to trust, to honesty, to being vulnerable, to being authentic when you hold secrets. You know, believe it or not, I haven't told anybody really much of this stuff my whole life. Everybody thinks they know me so well, but they don't know a thing about me. They know the surface level stuff. They know how tall I am and what I look like and my work ethic and stuff that I keep uh, other than surface level. But for when people want to actually get to know the real me, uh, it's kind of a different story. You know, I kind of keep people at arm's length just because of all the various situations that I've gone through in life. Been kind of a weird dynamic. Obviously, if they're your colleagues, you probably won't know very much about them. Um, there's just things that you just don't do at work, right? Um, you're there to work. You're not. They're not. You're not there to talk about your life with each other. Um, so you kind of keep those kind of at the wayside. So of course your colleagues aren't going to know uh, much about you compared to your family and your friends and maybe your significant other. But secrets, you know, we're finding out the world around us has so many secrets. We're finding out that the internet is so full of secrets. We find out through inadvertent disclosure that even there's stuff that we don't know about our own families. And when that stuff comes to the surface, we find out and it throws us for a loop. So the question is how well do you really know the people that you are involved with, right? How well do you know the people that are your family? Uh, uh, how is your communication? Uh, I've really found in the last couple of years that my communication and my ability to navigate all this with my very family has completely fallen off the earth. Um, because, like I've said in my other videos, my family is very dysfunctional. Very, very dysfunctional. You couldn't find a more dysfunctional bunch of people. I swear. I'm the youngest of five, and it is virtually like it is like indecent like humanity to have all five of us in the same room at the same time. We just cannot get along, and it's horrible to say, but it's truth. Um, but once again, there's that question: how well do you know the people in your life? Most importantly, your friends. Most importantly, your family. I mean, obviously, when you're 18, you move out of the house, you get your own place, you get your jobs, you go to college, you do what you're gonna do, right? You move on with your life. But after you move out and after you're on your own, how well is your dynamic with your family and your friends? Because I've been sailing alone, besides with my God upstairs, for a great number of years, and I've had to really rely on myself for a vast majority of things. That's why I try to learn. That's why I try to grow. That's why if somebody is willing to teach me something, or I can learn something from somebody, as not a way to manipulate, or as not a way to gaslight anybody or anything like that, but just as a way to learn something, and maybe get to know them as well as them get to know me. You can learn a lot about people's strengths and weaknesses, by just knowing the basics of the person. It's I've seen this in many occasions, but secrets. Even the most stupidest, most smallest, most minutest, most craziest, most undocumented secret can cause serious problems. Um, just why would you keep secrets? We're finding out in the very climate that we all live in here in the United States just how many secrets are kept from us every day. How many things are not told to the very people that make this country what it is. And it's daunting. It really is daunting to think about. Secrets. They will not make friends. They will not hold allies. They will not keep things running anything of a sufficient or an efficient machine. In order for a machine to operate, it's got to have all working parts. And so if you have, let's just say, one person in an office, right, that does nothing but hold secrets and does nothing but hide things and this and that, how effective is that office going to run? It's not. The efficiency will go down. The trust among coworkers will absolutely fall off the earth. Um, there'll be issues and problems every day because somebody doesn't want to have the brains enough to communicate. Right? Communication and secrets go hand in hand. It's a matter of being open and honest about this stuff. But there's a new video for y'all. Love you guys. Until next time.